about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go. Check 24.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Second and 5 now. Newton. A little check down to Lindsay. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Oh, you got deep? Check 59. Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Got to do better. Gun. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Mike, check.
Second and 10. Newton again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Third and long. It's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, baby.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go. Now, quit talking about it and bring it. Go. Kill.
On first down, McFarland. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm going to come back to you. Back.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. They come up short here on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready? Check, 59. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for him.
And he's going to be taken down, back around the 35-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Let's make these babies cry.
Now it's Newton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Newton. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1.
Ready? Twice in the 3.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And an alley to run. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Great.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton is going to float this one deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters.
And touchdown! A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Great.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing is Newton. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
You.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Newton. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it costs them 2 points.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st down, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. Now left side on the swing pass. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
Yes, sir.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now it's Lindsey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
At their own 49-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Off the play fake. Tate. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Tate. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Off play action. Tate. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, Tate. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Let's go.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Lindsey. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Newton now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Rip left. Mike, check, 59.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. A quick feed from Tate. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Throwing on first down. Tate. And he'll find Moreau here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now a give, right side. McFarland. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
What we got? Down to lose 1.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has.
And my goodness, another interception. picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
20. 59.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Newton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Offense back out now for 1st and goal after the successful fake. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Tate. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Ready? 180.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton going to take a shot for Gallup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
And now here's another interception. picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top run.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. They're going with Lindsey. So a heck of a move.
Man.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. He can run, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton going to take a shot for Gallup. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3. Match box. Right.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Back to throw, Newton. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where it's caught inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a gain of 32. And the Toronto...
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Tate. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. Hop on. Hop on. Orbit, orbit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? 2nd and 1. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling
again. No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Toronto, they close out this first half at a very solid 6.